I told y'all we was coming right back. I told y'all. Don't touch that dial, man. We just gotta get reset up. Just gonna take a few minutes. Let me put my notifications out and we gonna go from there. Alright? Don't touch that dial, y'all. Yo, shout out Raiders. Big Bean in the building already. Yes, sir. Y'all just give me just a few minutes. Just setting everything up, getting the thumbnail right and all that. Y'all know how it is. And we gonna be right back with y'all. For sure. Don't touch that dial, man. The championship is on its way. Alright, we did enough, man. We did enough, man. It's time to get back into some more action, man. Got everything set up, everything straight. We good now. We good now. So yeah, man, we gonna go ahead and get things back started. Man, the first two games were crazy, man. Ty, what's going on, bro? Getting classic games put on display over here, man. Putting on classic games on display. That's what we doing. Raiders, let me know when you're ready. All right. Oh, you going to the store? You going to the store? Oh, okay. Oh, I see you right here. What team I'm rolling with? I don't know yet, man. Trying to figure out right now. I should have been figured that out, huh? I should have been figured that out. I'll wait for you. And then what I do is we'll put I make it so you know what I'm saying it be in a neutral stadium if they give me that option. Got you. Got you. Good, bro. I didn't know what you was meaning by when you said the Dutch Bros. I ain't gonna lie, man. I thought I didn't know you was talking about going to the refrigerator or like just or the store or you know what I'm saying. No, man. You good though, brother. Let me hop out of here. There you go. I'll be back.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field.
Let's get it. Let's get it. We back.
The Eagles. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And we're underway here in South Philly. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Carr going to look to throw right away. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Well,
It's
here
gonna be a
early
long
on,
day
if
if we
this
keep
pass
playing
rush
like
continues
this.
to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Carr working out of the gun. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. First and 10 now from the 36. Throwing to begin. It's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can
Yes,
slow
sir.
the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here's a third down and 4. To the air again. Hurts. That is caught. What a throw. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They're going to go right back to Kamara. he'll get this up close to a first down, working it to the 33-yard line. Third and a yard. He'll try and run for this with Kamara. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. From the shotgun, it's Carr. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. That is a big gainer for the Saints. Pickup of 46 yards. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's a toss to the right for Kamara. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
He's going to lose a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Trying to keep this drive moving when it's 3rd and 8. Now, Carr.
Do that.
And it is out. Talk about a big swing there. The offense was driving, had it in the red zone, looking to score. Not only does the defense stop them, Greg, they get the ball back, and they improve the field position with a nice fumble return.
And what a change of events. You find yourself defending your own side of the field, and next thing you know, you scoop. For a minute, it looked like there was going to be a score, but either way, after running out of gas, he sets his offense up in a great situation.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. A short throw taken in by Goddard.
Will, it's good, bro.
As he is taken down.
It's game 7. Got this game 7 going on, man.
But first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Man in motion is Smith. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 12. On play action, here's Hurts. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Philadelphia. On play action, Hurts. He keeps it himself.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Second and 7. Off the play fake, Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll try to run here with Barkley.
Oh, wow.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain.
That was
Can
big.
you buy
That was
just
big.
enough
That was
space
big.
up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
Well, after the failures of the 1st and 2nd down, you got to look now at your 3rd down call sheet. Every play caller has a section, must-have-it plays, critical downs. I say this one falls in that category, and we'll see what they have up their sleeve.
3rd and goal for Hurts. And that is incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Carr now. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Play action now. It's Carr. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Little backyard football here by the quarterback. It looked like he was running around the playground in his early days. The disruption of the timing early was the key, and from that point on, him and his receiver just unable to get on the same page.
Here's Carr. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
We see this week in and week out, Mike. These running backs in today's game, they really have the skill set of a wide receiver. So if you're going to guard him one-on-one and you know the offense is going to use him in the passing game, you better have that guy. You better have that matchup guy that you're confident to put on him and say, okay, you're going to go out there in space and defend a receiver like this. And after plays like that, I'm not sure how much more man coverage they can afford to play.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Carr to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Carr. And that's intercepted by Darius Slay. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Hurts to the air on first down. A throw on the run is complete.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
3rd down and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete. Tight end Goddard. And he's in. Dallas Goddard. Touchdown.
I don't know what I did on that play, man. I did the wrong play. Wrong shit on that play. The wrong coverage on that play.
Is number 2, Greg. He is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and
Fuck.
2
I did the wrong coverage on that play,
Mike, this
man.
is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this game.
Fuck. This shit, bro. Wrong coverage, man. Wrong coverage. Wrong coverage.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. What now? Carr working out of the gun. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Carr He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then they say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
That pass play good for 22. It's good for a Saints first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Carr. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Carr to throw it on 4th down. He locates his receiver. That's Perry. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
In the shotgun, it's Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Now here's 2nd and goal. Back is Carr. That one taken in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in South Philly,
yes, sir.
And the Eagles
yes,
are on
halftime.
top.
Here we go.
We'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, first half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
T.Y., I already know, man. I already know we got them nasty bears, man. Yes, sir. I already know it.
It took exactly one play to get our.
You already beat one opponent in the Raiders.
Like this thing could get out of reach fast.
Hurts will try it again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as
you trying to go on tour, man. All ain't lost yet. All isn't lost yet.
Incompletion. They've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football.
We're going to see Sunday.
But now they find themselves in
yes,
2nd and
sir.
10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. On play action.
Oh, shit. There you go.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Pete Werner. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
Oh, yes, we did.
Groupie now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Saints are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7.
Oh, look at this. One man to beat. Ah, you motherfucker.
And he will finally be tracked down, nearly a touchdown, but he'll set his team up with 1st and goal.
Oh, man, you know he wanted that one. He's going to wind up just short of the goal line, but what a return it was. When he got to midfield, Mike, I thought he was gone. I mean, it won't be a touchdown, but he set his guys up 1st and goal, and that was electric to watch.
Here's Barkley. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
One more time, they try. This time, he will work his way into the end Philadelphia. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case,
I thought you was going to run it, man.
Unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
I mean, my bad. I thought you was going to pass it. I thought you was going to pass it instead of run it. Damn.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Carr. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now, Carr.
Too slow, too slow, too slow, too slow. And I had my guy over the top, too.
Just to avoid
Wrong, man.
And it'll set up a third down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Ah, he dropped it.
Going to be incomplete.
I figured.
Great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a fourth down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions. And now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Let's get it.
Carr throwing on fourth down. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call?
The person gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Wow. This is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
What now? Second down, Carr. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin
killing ourselves, man.
Try to get after the quarterback.
No, sir, T.Y., you already know. Yes, sir.
Carr from the gun on third down.
And it is incomplete. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
I tried to get it. I tried to get it to him. He was right there.
The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go
good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Will end up in a turnover on downs.
I try to get it
So
to
this
him.
offense, they think
Try to
this
get
is a
it to him,
prime
y'all.
opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts.
Ah,
He'll
fuck.
get rid of it and complete it. Hurts finding Smith and an eagle. First down.
We spend a lot of time recognizing and praising the performance of a lot of these skill players, and rightfully so. But, Mike, the blocking and the performance of the big guys up front, that is the reason this offense continues to operate at such a high level. He has all the time in the world to stand there in the pocket and continue to find open targets downfield in the passing game.
Now Barkley. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Oh, my God.
That is caught for 3. And he's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield.
Robbie, goddamn.
It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it.
Damn.
Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
Damn, Raiders, you got the best of me in the series, homie. You might got the best of me in the series.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Carr now.
Ah.
And intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
So this is where
Right,
an
got it
offensive
best
play
of me,
caller
Raiders.
needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback.
For right
Because this
now.
defense, they're on to
For now.
They've got 2 picks.
now.
They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've
At least for this series.
Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it inside
That's
the
it, man.
5. He is in. Devontae Smith.
Good game, bro. GG's. Ain't no way in hell, man. No way. No way, man. No way. No way. Gino, you ready? Yeah, good game, Raiders. Damn, man. There ain't no way. No way, man. Damn, Raiders, man. Good game, bro. Mm, 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 mm.
Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium.
That's gonna be a
Or
good one right
simply,
here.
The Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
It's gonna be a good one right here.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're off and running from Charlotte. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Some fresh air.
So
Get
their
to play with
offense
my
out now
team
to
now.
get this game started. It's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped, not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now Dalton. Pass complete to Hubbard. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Hubbard again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Here's Dalton. Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 38. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
And these pass rushers in the game today, they are so doggone good. Not only are they good at getting home and sacking the quarterback, look at this. He was fighting the blocker. He kept his eyes on the ball, times it perfectly, and he forces a pass breakup.
Wow, wide open here. Complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 32 on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
From the pocket, Seahawks bringing the pressure, and they got him. And they're headed in reverse.
Yeah, that's my mistake.
Right,
my mistake.
On the board
my
on the
mistake.
First drive as a defense, and now,
my
we let
mistake.
the chess
I like that.
match
Keep
begin.
talking.
The adjustments
Oh
begin
yeah.
Because we know
Oh yeah.
pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
No, it's all good, man. Talk your shit, homie.
No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube right now, man. Iceup84 Gaming Lounge. Iceup84 Gaming Lounge. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Live right now.
How many people you got on it?
I mean, sometimes we get up to like. Sometimes you just have to watch and see, man. I can't give away the secrets like that.
He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Can't give away the secrets like that, man. We in the building, though. I'll give you a second to find it real quick. If we ain't already. Everybody be in the lounge, baby. You know what I'm saying? Give you a second to goddamn pour your drinks. You know? Refreshing yourself, you know what I'm saying, while we in the lounge. You already know.
I don't see nothing, man. Fairy telling me.
Nah, I said I'm live, man. You don't see?
I looked you up. I just wanted to see if this Astros one was going to be public or not, if I needed to put a lawyer on retainer.
Oh, man, you just no need for all that, man. You know? You can just buy a coloring book for all that. You know? There's no need for that. But here we go.
Here we go. We're going to run trips red. Here we go.
I'm ready whenever you are. Take your time, brother. Take your time.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker.
Ooh.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this.
Let's get it.
About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They still have 5 to go here. 3rd down. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Just trying a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic. Not just knock that ball away.
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 31. Walker hauls it in. Now he's past the 25. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks start to fight back with their first points of this game. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a design draw to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Raheem Blackshear now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down
once
inside
again,
the
man.
30.
Another busted coverage play, man.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Dalton. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And it's going to...
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Put in Bryce Young.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm waiting on you. All right, here we go.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
I like the coverage. I like the coverage. Oh, damn.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Oh.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Tight end going in motion here. To the air, third and long.
Too late.
There's a man there. It's intercepted.
Too late, Andy.
Breaks the tackle.
Too late,
And the
Andy.
Seahawks get the football back with great field position there at the 36.
Too late, Andy.
All right, defense did its job, forcing
Damn.
offense into a third and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say.
Good shit,
earn
bro.
the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you
Look at
do,
this shit right here,
in the
man.
biggest of ways with that.
Look at this shit,
And they
man.
take it across
Just
the
like
goal
that,
line.
out the
Touchdown,
gate, man.
Seattle. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. This was a clear passing down, Brock, and the run surprised
Crazy,
all of
man.
us, and there it goes for a touchdown.
That's well said. Rewarded
Good
for
shit,
going
man.
against the grain. Common
the
sense
gate.
analytics tell you throw it. But the surprise paid
Out the
dividends.
gate, man.
And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing
Wow,
call.
no way.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This is Hubbard running left. And he'll push forward for a small gain.
We got no
to the
momentum,
31.
man. We got nothing.
Just to gain a
Nothing.
one, and that
We
brings
have
up
nothing.
2nd and 9.
Nothing.
I think the defense is sensing a little bit of...
Nah, not just yet. Not just yet.
Throwing from the
Not
gun.
just yet.
Tremble with the ground.
Oh,
And they finally bring him
Yeah,
down. But
not
that is
just
a
yet.
big gain and a new set of down.
Not just yet.
They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting
Good
on
shit,
that
man.
shot,
Good
he's
defense.
totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Defense.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. And it's the Panthers.
That's right.
Facing
Get the
2nd
bank,
and
baby.
10.
Let's get it.
Here's Dalton to throw. Pass is caught at the 9. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. but find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
Seahawks bringing the pressure, and they got him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Well, now this is certainly going to make second and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss. But give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating. And it's going to make it a more difficult now second and goal situation.
Another try following the sack. Him again. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Kate, you just know as a quarterback, there's situations where you're going to gain the trust of the play caller or quickly lose it. And when you take back-to-back sacks, you've lost the trust of your coordinator. And now on third down, well, you better do all you can to regain it.
He's got it, room to run. And he's going to be stopped.
We'll take our 3. We'll take our 3, baby. We will take our 3.
Really, you could run a screen as they just showed
In Carolina, these days, we'll take the 3.
Great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and more importantly, to
I'm a real Carolina fan.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back.
You already know. Shit. Hey, if it weren't for y'all, then Carolina wouldn't have bossed up and did what we did in 2015. It was because of y'all whooping our ass leading up to that year. You know what I'm saying? Well, we finally got over that hump and beat y'all.
Yep. Packers and you guys were a rival. The Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. That's right. Good times, man. Good battles.
LaVisca Chenault to return it.
Yeah, you right. Never know. Never know. Never know.
You have a better chance being as shitty as your team is.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
I know, man. Hey, you lay off our quarterback. That's our quarterback.
No one around. He's got space.
Oh, man.
The Seahawks calling for timeouts.
I'm not ready to accept that just quite yet.
Don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Yeah.
They're going to get the number 1 pick or number 3 pick. They might be okay with the red rifle, but they're definitely.
Yeah, let me hear you say that again. Let me hear you say that again. He might be good with the what? You said it might be good. You said it might be good with. No. Fuck, motherfucker. Let me hear you say that again. You say that they might be good with the what? With the who? The who?
The Seahawks will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown.
Who did? Let me hear you say that one more time, but I want to hear you say that with some fire.
Show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did.
Who did you just say?
Simplicity, right? Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. You gotta protect yourself.
Who is him?
Get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room.
Who is him?
And you can find pay dirt.
Not a Hall of Famer. That's all I gotta say.
I just want to hear you say it one more time because I couldn't believe you said it the first time. Can you say it one last time?
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Come on, man. Yeah, come on. That's you're goddamn right. The red goddamn rifle, bro. Yes, sir. Boy, once he. That's the only thing Carolina got. That's the only hope that we got going and riding for us right now is the red rifle. If you believe in the Second Amendment, then more power to you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rocking red rifle, goddamn. We're gonna make America great again, you know. Absolutely.
Fresh set of downs.
This is his tour. I'm telling you, man. Hey, why not? They gave Manning a tour. They gave Brady a tour.
That's
You know what I'm
halftime of
saying?
this
And why
contest.
not?
Join both
He,
teams in taking a short break.
well,
More
Andy,
NFL
Andy,
on
he's not
in
Hall
just
of
a moment.
Famers, but he's known for getting to the
Certainly an
playoffs, and
interesting one.
and not
Scott Rock
producing.
here with you.
He
As we
always
get
get to the
back into what the
playoffs, but
second
he
half
never
has in store
produce.
for us.
Andy Dalton is the definition of a competent NFL quarterback.
A competent quarterback, yeah. He'll manage a game.
Everyone,
Game manager.
I mean, you're not. I don't think you're ever going to go 2-16 with them or anything like that. Especially at this time, he always gave you a chance, but you weren't necessarily. The
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff.
Right. Right.
Beating Brady or Roethlisberger.
This return starts at the 5.
You know, all the guys we had to go through.
Coverage team gets
Right,
him down at
right,
the 26-yard line.
right.
I mean, fuck, Joe Flacco got hot there for a few years, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, you're right. You're right. Speak on it, man. Speak on it.
Well, we got Gino, and he's cool. Gino's good.
You said you didn't say that too confidently. You said we got Gino. I mean, you know. Yeah, nah, Gino. I'll take Gino. Right. Yeah. I take Gino over. You know what I'm saying? Any of these other veteran quarterbacks right now at this time. Right now. Yeah, most definitely.
It's a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Yes. 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 Agreed. Agreed.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
I agree.
Now an inside give to Walker.
Who?
And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Give him 4 on that run.
Why you telling me, Bob? Because they ain't got no quarterback now?
When you don't have great success on first down, kid, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Here they
But I'm
come.
saying, what?
3 games, has 10 catches for 87 yards.
Who had that for 87? Who had that for 87 yards?
And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
Oh wow!
8 yards on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
I see what you're saying. I see. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, because I'm like, okay, even though that might be shitty at the quarterback position, I mean, the team could still cohesively work together. But nah, if the quarterback can't get the ball to him, just like in Carolina, and even on defense, like if the defense is on the field the majority of the time, then that's a recipe for disaster.
Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Go ahead.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
The coach of the Dolphins got Mike McDaniel.
Mm-hmm.
That guy sounds and looks fucking retarded. And the more I
It's 2nd and 5.
I'm not
Right.
and I'm not
Right.
being mean, but like he's like
Running with Walker again.
Right.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They get it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
He might be able to drop shit on a playbook or something, but
Right.
you think some big guys looking at that guy going, what the fuck's this guy now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. Yes, that's true. That's true. That is true.
They give up the gut to Walker.
Oh my God, you're kicking ass right now.
Past the 40. It's a gain of 22. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw.
Oh, come, somebody help me.
10-yard line. And he takes this down to the 10 before sideline. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun.
There you go. There you go.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Walker running right.
Oh, good move. Oh, wow.
And he will score.
Wow.
Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Wow.
Kenneth Walker,
Good
the
shit, man.
touchdown.
Good shit. Good
He
shit.
would not be denied
Wow.
that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving
Wow.
across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers.
Oh,
Just right through that stop,
should've
it will
caught in
not
front of
be
him.
denied of a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead.
Good shit, man. Good shit.
Here's Myers
shit.
now to handle the kickoff.
There we go.
Starting from the 5.
Seahawk right here.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
All
gonna
is
make
not
this
lost
28
yet.
Before going down.
Absolutely. Yes, he did.
Kind of a gadget guy. Never kind of clicked with Russ like they wanted it to be. He had made some cool catches, I think, over the years. Couple touchdowns.
Oh, yeah. Some clutch, clutch catches and stuff. Oh, yeah.
Dave Canales, he used to be like our passing game coordinator or something. And he stayed with our team for quite a while. And finally got along with you guys.
Offense ready to begin this
Oh,
drive.
yeah.
1st and
I
10.
did. We did our research on Mr. Canales. He's a Pete Carroll guru. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a Pete Carroll understudy, I should say. You know what I'm saying? He yeah, definitely huh?
Go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, right. But I'm saying we in Carolina look at Pete Carroll as a great coach, like a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? And so for Canales to come up under his, his foundation, then it's like fireworks, man. And you can see it a little bit.
And he's tackled.
You can see it already, man.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short
Yeah, I miss him,
third
man.
down, but he
You
said,
miss him as our coach.
Nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
You know what the thing I liked about Ron Rivera is, I don't know if it was me or if other people felt that way, but our mascot was a panther, and every time he spoke, he looked like a panther. He looked he looked like a panther, didn't he? Like the whiskers popping out.
First down now, ball on the
Like, you know what I'm
39-yard
saying?
line.
Like he had the whiskers popping out when when he was speaking to the media and stuff. Yeah. The eyes, you know what I'm saying? He just embodied the whole Panther.
I always like listening to Troy Aikman talk about Riverboat Ron.
That's right. That's right. That's what he used to say. That's right.
Drinking the night before. Welcome to the 1 o'clock game.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. You took it back right there. You took it back, man. That's that was when the NFL was good during that time, man.
5 extra yards now after that first down flag. And the play clock is
Yes.
0. This is gonna be
Yes,
away.
man. How much I'd give to have that moment back. Oh, how much I would, man. bro.
You
If
just met, what's that?
if, if
You
some
said a couple
if
years.
somebody had have told me, man, that era was gonna end abruptly and it would be nothing else, I would have been like, nah. We you know what I'm saying? We was a dynasty, at least, at best, and it never formulated, man.
Somebody always left concussed.
Yo,
So the penalty backs him up. Here's a 1st and 20.
bro, you said something very vital, man. That's crazy, bro. That's exactly what Troy Aikman used to say. Riverboat Run, you know what I'm saying? Doing that 2015 season, yes sir, bro. Riverboat Run, yes. My God, I just fucked up that I was removed for that, but that was some great times right there. That was some great times right there, man. When you know, you know. Riverboat Run, man. Carolina's own, man. That would be another. Y'all, we gonna take a brief intermission, and we'll be back. Cause you don't want to know what you missing. I said it again. We gonna be right back, so don't touch that dial. All right. We just gonna take a brief intermission. Shout out to Tay. What's going on, bro? Shout out to Tay in the building. That last game shouldn't have ended that way. Too much talking. Too much talking. We have work to do. But it was good to conversate. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Hey, y'all. Brief intermission and we coming right back. Don't touch that dial. Alright? Y'all rocking with your boy Ice. Salute. Let's get it.
separation.
Y'all, we back, baby. We back. We just
Since
listening
like
to
2
an
years
interview.
ago when Pittsburgh came
Don't touch
here,
that dial, y'all.
he
We
kind of
coming right back.
ran through us and over us and back then. But it was just about his quickness, shiftiness. He's a little smaller, so his target is a little smaller, and he's gonna get in and out of his breaks faster than a lot of guys in this league. So it's not surprising what he's doing now. We've seen it. He might not have been getting the ball at this clip other places, but I mean, with the ball in his hands, he's definitely a weapon.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. I had to unmute my phone. But X, on that Jamar Chase touchdown, he had over 50 yards after initial contact. Can you kind of walk us through that play?
Yeah. I mean, I was on track, and I talked to the coaches about it. I went to use my right shoulder, which I'm more of a right shoulder tackler instead of a left shoulder tackler, and went to use my right shoulder. He moved a little bit, so my target was off by the time I lowered my head to keep my head out of it, and he moved and I missed. That's really it. I was on track. My track was right. I really just missed the tackle. I mean, I think I hit him in the shoulders, but I mean, he's a big guy. He's a bigger guy. He's not just gonna go down easy, and it's really more so just I missed my target.
And do you have to find yourself adjusting on the fly, just to, I guess, pertaining to the person that you're trying, the other player that you're trying to hit often?
Well, my intention this year was to not get a flag. Not get any flags, because I know I got flags all last year on those, but they came back the day after and said it was clean, but in the midst of a game that hurts my team. So my goal this year was to stay clean, hitting the chest. So that's why it's kind of like my head was down a little bit, but I was hitting my shoulders. And so I really there's no excuse. I just missed it. Those are plays that I've made. Just yesterday, I just missed that one.
And it's just that kind of those flags are in the back of your mind, which kind of adjusted the way that you're approaching these hits.
Yeah, because last year, I want to say the Colts one, it was clean, and he dropped the ball as PBU, but they got the flag and they ended up scoring. And then when you look at, well, it was another one. I forgot which one. It was some more. But I've been clean on those after the fact, but those hurt my team at the end of the day. That hurts my team. And so I just want to be clean. But just yesterday, it was really more so just missing my target.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house, no matter what condition it's in. If you need to sell your house for any reason, click the link in this video to see if my offer is right for you. We make the process of selling your house easy and simple. No commissions, no fees. We'll buy your house in as-is condition, and you pick the closing date. No appraisals, no repairs, no hassles. All offers are completely confidential, and there is no obligation whatsoever. Click the link in this video and fill out a short survey so we can make you a cash offer. If you're struggling to sell your house, this is the fastest and easiest way to get money into your pocket ASAP. And yes, we will really buy your home in any condition. We've dealt with it all. Click the link now to see how much cash you can get for your house today. Best case scenario, you get rid of a huge pain in your butt in record time with a nice chunk of change in your pocket. What do you have to lose? Click the link and answer a few questions to get your cash offer now.
We need a small business loan fast.
I got this.
Loan Falcon! There's a better way to get a fast small business loan. Go to ondeck.com, and if approved, get your funds as soon as the same day. Your loan is on deck.
Thank you, X.
Got time for a few more. Let's go to Mike K, followed by Jeff Hawkins.
Hey, X. Trevin Wallace is going to get a bigger role here. I'm just curious, what have you seen from him throughout the summer and into the season? And then from a communication standpoint, how does that change things for you guys on the back end? and the front end as well?
I think he's been growing. He's grown ever since he got here. He's been in the room with Shaq and Josie. He's been learning a lot. When he came out there yesterday, he played pretty well. And I just think that from this point on, I mean, he was drafted high for a reason. He has the talent, he has the skills to play this game. I think he'll be able to showcase that from here on out. As far as communication, it's going to take all of us. It's not just going to be it's not a one-person gig. It's going to take all 11. It's going to take everybody elevating their game, elevating their communication from this point on.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, X. That was basically the exact question I was going to ask. So thanks a lot and have a great day.
Thank you.
Actually, can I follow that up then? I didn't want to jump on Jeff's time, but from a coverage standpoint, when you have a guy in Trevin who can play coverage the way that he can, how much does that help the back end and maybe the zone looks?
I mean, that's more so of a coach's job. I don't think. He might call something. He might call coverage different. I mean, I think Trev got in yesterday. Trev has his own packages. He had his own packages when Shaq and Josie were in, where he was playing a little bit of nickel, for as a extra bigger guy at the nickel position. But from this point on, I mean, I can't say what he's going to do with Trev. That's more of a coach's thing.
All right, go ahead, Cassidy.
Hey, Xavier, just on Trevin and him being on the field giving the plays, has he curbed his South Georgia accent enough to make it easier to understand him?
I mean, we gave him hell about that today. Because not only does he have an accent, like me, I have a little bit of a list. I'm from the South, and I used to wear Invisalign as well. So Trevin has an accent, and he wears Invisalign, and he was tired, and he was breathing hard. So that was tough yesterday. That was tough yesterday, but we talked about it, we joked about it today. It was just like, Trev, you gotta slow down a little bit. But we didn't miss any calls, but it was more so, it was different. Because, yeah, that accent and that Invisalign, it make it a lot tougher. And I know exactly how it is, because, like I said, I'm from the South. I have a lisp, and I had the Invisalign. It's definitely harder, especially when you're tired and you're in the midst of fire. That's funny that y'all brought that up.
Well, he had mentioned it in the summer that it was something he had to work on. So I was just wondering how he'd gotten better.
Yeah, because he wasn't expecting to get I mean, of course, he wasn't expecting having to come in and get the green dot. But yeah, when he came in and got the green dot, it was definitely different. It was definitely a communication difference between like when Shaq and Josie has it and then when he has it. But I mean, we were all clean, but we definitely joked about it today.
Artist, producer, and songwriter Avicii had touched many during his career in dance and electronic music. He has inspired many and is someone who shaped what the genre is today. This channel represents his legacy, his talent, and the love his family, friends, and fans have for him. Hear Avicii hits, remixes, songs by his friends, and those inspired by him. We will always remember Avicii and the lives that he's touched. Gone too soon, but his music lives on forever. Avicii Radio on Sirius XM. Music for a better day.
Hey, I want to respawn.
How did you die?
Poverty.
Choose where you want to respawn. Rome, China, Scandinavia, or Japan. How about you go with the Vikings?
No, never. I died when I was the Vikings before.
Choose where you want to start. It can be special.
All right, I'll give it another try. Not the Vikings again. Grow crops by running streams. Mountains rich in resources. Such a strong start. Hurry my town to a city. It's about time. Explore the fog. Look for some allies. Oh, a German civilization here. Let's form an alliance. Vikings? Let me check their stats. Villagers? No, thank you. Rally my allies to attack the Vikings. With such reliable allies, the possibilities are endless in Rise of Kingdoms.
Build your own kingdoms.
Just as a group, we're just sick about some of the opportunities lost in this game, offensively, defensively, special teams wise. When you play a good team in the NFL and you have an opportunity to go really. Drive for drive to work ourselves back into a one-score game. We look at the opening drive. The interception, putting them into a favorable position for a score. We look at the fake punt. Just like some of the opportunities that we threw down the field. All these close things. It just kind of leaves you with this sick feeling of like what this game could have been. I know we got right back to it, watched the film, and we're attacking some of those areas. But, and with that being said, to continue to see us take strides in our systems, take strides in our attack, in the way that we're able to play team football and play together and really finish a game. So with a lot of positives, there's still all these things where we have to just grow the trust and the commitment to the fundamentals, the commitment to execution, and for all of us involved.
All right, thanks, Coach. Let's go to David Newton, followed by Mike Kay.
Hey, Coach. I guess we got the news on Shaq Thompson's season ending. I mean, you guys have taken a lot of hits on defense. What does this one mean for this team?
Just sick for Shaq, a guy that really just cares so much, plays with so much passion, a vocal leader, somebody who's had my back through this process as I get, my feet underneath me as a first-time head coach, and to have the support of veteran guys like this that stand for the right things, and people that I can, talk to, people that I can ask to lead a charge for this thing or that thing that we're looking to get more of. So a guy that stood for all those things, Panthers football all the way through and through. So really just personally, and then of course, just he's a fantastic communicator and player. And so again, just another blow for us, but another great opportunity for Trevin, for guys to step up and to show what they have and how they can help Panthers football.
And can you give us an update on Josie? I know he left the game as well. Is he going to be okay for this week?
Josie had a hamstring and a groin pop-up. So two things that he's going to be dealing with here for a couple of weeks. So we do not expect Josie to be up this week.
Who are you kind of looking at right now with Trevin to be back there?
Yeah, Claude Charles is going to have a great opportunity to play some football for us. A guy that really took strides in camp, and a guy that we're definitely looking forward to seeing out there to play football for he and Trevin to start communicating and be able to work with the whole group.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dave. Sorry to hear about Shaq.
Thanks, Mike.
You've got a bunch of guys who are now eligible to come off their injury lists: Dane Jackson, Jonathan Brooks, DJ Wadham, and so on. Can you tell us what the progress is for those guys, and if any of them will come off this week?
Yeah, expecting Dane, Jaden, Ian Thomas to get out there, be back on the practice field, get a new set of eyes on these guys. I love what it brings in terms of, we talk about competition all the time, and I love what it brings to our group, just being able to get out there, play fast, guys who are excited to get back to football. But again, they got to be out there, they got to handle the load, they got to, still with all that time, they haven't been on the field with us running our plays and all that. So this is a great opportunity for those guys to, to get rolling and for us to get a look at them.
All right, let's go to Steve Reed, followed by Joe Person.
Hey, Dave, I couldn't understand. Did you say Jonathan Brooks? I was wondering if you can give us an update on him.
They're still in the final stages. Again, they got some hurdles that they got to jump before they get back out there on the practice field. So we will not be opening the window up for DJ Wadham or for Jonathan Brooks this week, but these guys are in the final stages. We expect another great week to stack on that, and then we'll let you know more when we... have that.
Hey, Dave. Good to see you.
Hey, Joe.
I'm wondering what with the injuries to now two of your captains and three counting Sam, what would be the process, and might you consider having some sort of not a revote, but an updated vote to get some injured guys in a captaincy role?
I think we're just depending on the guys that have been vocal, the guys that have stood for the principles of what we're about to step up in that role. But again, just as far as who goes out for the coin toss and all that, these are people that exemplify the things we're looking for Panthers football. And then beyond that, like it extends beyond these guys. These are guys who are recognized by their teammates. But there's a whole group. There's a huge group of a leadership council of a bunch of guys that have been around the league, that have been here. That really represent what we're looking for.
And wondered if you might expand on Trevin and kind of what caught y'all's eye on him in the scouting process and just what you've seen from him since he's gotten here.
Big, fast, physical player. You could tell he just loves to play football. Even this year, as he's been on special teams and the roles that we've given him on the defensive side, just flying around, making plays. So a great opportunity for him to get in there, to communicate, to get the calls, and to be able to just get his feet on the ground and play football. So I'm really excited for him.
Thanks.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Jeff Hawkins.
Greetings, Coach. I just want to follow up on Wallace just for a second. He's facing a big week of practice, a lot of pressure on him now. Is he ready to coach the defense? And the second question is, how would you rate Zavalia's level of play in for Lewis yesterday? Thank you.
Yeah, looking forward to the challenges, looking forward to the moments for Trevin to come in there and play the position that he knows how to play. So I'm really excited for him to be able to contribute to this team and where we're headed. Chandler did a fantastic job. I thought he had a fantastic game, run game, pass game. Are there things to clean up? Absolutely, but we trusted him with all the calls. We trusted running at him, running away from him, taking shots down the field, and so he did a great job stepping in for D-Lou this week.
All right, let's go back to David.
Yeah, Coach, I understand that's a great opportunity for other players, but you guys have lost so much. I mean, there's a saturation point at some point with this defense. How do you kind of hold all that together and expect to be able to compete?
We're just taking that next step. We're regarding the next opponent. It happens to be the Bears this week. It's about our processes, and I see our football ascending. I see the principles, the scheme, and all those things taking steps. Every week, we've taken another step and another step. And are there things to clean up? Absolutely. But this is about the whole team. It's about the whole process. It's about our coaching staff communicating together, our players looking for what we're counting on from them. And so we just stay committed to that and just keep taking the next step. Let's have a great Monday. Let's get our eyes on these Bears. Let's come back and have a great game plan tonight and tomorrow and put our guys in position to be successful, and we'll look at our players. We'll look at how, as the faces change, so we become more of this or that based on what our guys can execute. And so that's really the challenge, David, is moving forward. How can we put our guys in the best position to be successful?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
All right, let's go to Vashti Hurt, followed by Joe Person.
Hi, Dave. Just curious what you saw from your pass rush and looking at tape and your assessment of that.
Yeah, great effort. Burrow was able to extend some plays. Would we love to continue to see that pass rush as they hone in on their skills and their tools? Absolutely. I feel like we have a good group of guys that can get that done. It really comes down to fundamentals and execution of what is the rush plan. What are we trying to execute? What are we trying to get done there? And certainly, there were some plays that got extended at different times, whether it was in the red zone or in the field, that we'd love to see him get the quarterback down. He's a fantastic quarterback. He made great plays and found people down the field. So those things happen. But again, just an area that we got to continue to keep pushing, keep giving great effort. And that's what I expect.
Dave, it looked like Shaq's injury was non-contact. Any thoughts that it might have been, the turf might have contributed?
Honestly, I'm not an expert on turf, so I got to leave it up to that, so I know that there's people on both sides looking at different surfaces. But, for me, my expertise is the football part of it, and I'll continue to kind of stay focused on that.
How did you think it happened?
I wasn't sure. I wasn't really sure. It's just I know that these are high effort games, and when you're exerting yourself all the time, these things just happen.
And then I was hoping you could clarify. Josie's going to be out at least this week and maybe longer.
Yes.
And then do you know yet when Shaq will undergo surgery?
As soon as possible. They're still working on all that.
Thank you.
All right, any more for Coach? All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you all.
In a world
The hell up.
where Carolina Panthers fans
Anthony from Charlotte, keep motherfucking power.
have an insatiable thirst
I need to see a lot more of that shit going forward.
for Panthers news and opinions.
All my C3 brethren from the C3 Legion.
Only one podcast roars ferociously.
The longest running Panthers podcast on the internet.
It's the C3 Panthers podcast.
Well, Greg, I owe y'all $100, man.
Can Andy Dalton save the Carolina Panthers season? As Deontay Johnson has a career week, Adam Thielen to IR. But man, Chuba Hubbard is going nutso. And the Bengals are up. They're in our sights. The Carolina Panthers are ready to pounce, and they're wounded, susceptible. You're listening to the C3 Panthers podcast, brought to you by CarolinaCatChronicles.com, where every Tuesday night at 9 p.m., but better late than never tonight at 10 p.m., we chop up the latest Panthers news and opinions from the fan perspective. For the last 6 years almost, it seems like this has been a therapy session. We thanked everybody. We've offered the couch for free. We've asked you to play a copay of smashing the thumbs up button and subscribing. But being here has been great. And today, we had a therapeutic, or this weekend, a therapeutic breakthrough, folks. Look, the therapy process has worked for all of us as we get a little celebration tonight. We'll still probably have to talk a little Bryce Young. We're going to find some crazy numbers, dude, about how the Carolina Panthers haven't had the longest passing touchdown this past week since last year in week 3 when Andy Dalton threw the last one. Boys, I'm ready to hang out with you guys tonight. It's Tuesday night, and I know where I'd rather be than beside my wheelman, Cody Ladd.
Tony Dunn, one of the reasons why this Tuesday night is different is because we get to approach this night with a different energy than we normally do. And these Bengals don't want smoke, baby. There is reason to believe in the Carolina Panthers, the Red Rifle, the Red Rocket, whatever you want to call him. The quarterback for the Carolina Panthers has been out here balling, completely turned around the offense, really in the first drive. We have more trade rumors about Bryce Young. We're going to preview some of the matchup with the Bengals and go over just how different this team looked against the Las Vegas Raiders. But Tony Dunn, you already know that every Tuesday night we do this with the best damn Panther fans and all of YouTube. Tony Dunn, you know him, I love him. It's Anthony Brown, Brandon Ficklin, Brandon Malone, Diesel Skills, what's up, brother? Chad Howell, Charlotte Sports One, what's up, Kyle? CJA, the Sports Nut, what's up? G Baby in the house, what's up, dude? Kristen Butler, Mike Hollinger, Panther Gal 73, our man, the Bat Daddy is in the chat. Prayers up to you, our brother. We love you. The real AP and Tim Estes. Tony Dunn, ain't nothing to it but to do it, brother. Let's roll.
The number's 252-228-5098. That's 252-228-5098. Nice to see Greg in the chat. Look, I know you're going through an unimaginable crisis right now, tragedy. But it is nice to hear from you, A, and B, I know there's been a lot of support from the C3 family out there. So there's still opportunities. Greg and his family this week, the viewing's going to be on Thursday. The funeral's on Friday. Those details I think he shared on Twitter today. Greg, I'm going to I'm going to be coming to one of them, I'm pretty sure. Try to figure out which best for everybody. CK in the house, the voice that makes a voice. Get me off this mic before these eyeballs get moist right here talking about that.
Pine-Sol now cleans even better. Yeah, it's that kind of clean.
The pursuit of wellness is a journey, personal and always evolving. Move well, eat well, and with our iconic heavenly bed, sleep well. Find wellness at Weston.
Oh man, happy to be here with you fellas and still have Greg here in not just spirit but virtually as well. Man, it's one of those weeks, man. We've been saying it since Sunday. It's a bittersweet situation, not just because of the tragedy that Greg is dealing with, but the fact that it's pretty apparent now that we need to look outside of Bryce Young as the guy moving forward. And Andy Dalton, for everything that he is, he has given us a gift of the ability to be decisive in how we move forward. And he may not be the franchise guy. Who knows? Maybe we sign him again for another year, but we know he isn't the guy moving forward. We've still got to go after a guy who is the difference maker. And Andy Dalton will always be somebody that we can look at as being thankful for, because he allowed us to see that very clearly in one game in a scenario that would have been impossible for many to come in and just, a team that was completely in the dumps. Now we gotta figure it out, man. We gotta move forward, and I think Andy Dalton for that.
I don't know how I feel about that part of it, TK, and that, gosh, I hate that and who is somebody who's been an avid, I would say Bryce Young supporter, or at least advocate, that is that starkly clear. Yeah, optimist. Is that starkly clear for you in just a single game?
It's not just the single game. I want to make this clear. It's not the single game that did it. It was a culmination of a few things. One of the arguments that's been that we've always had since that Seattle game last year was it was one time against a defense that nobody could really name people on their defense. It was just like, was it really that surprising? And they threw it a ridiculous amount of times. They really weren't. It wasn't a great game plan, right?
No, it's 58 times they threw the ball.
Yeah, right. So it was a very poor, especially when you had the backfield that we had last year. I felt like there was, especially early on, you're still going to believe in Miles Sanders, right? And it just felt like they kind of gave up on that idea of things quickly. And so that argument was always like, well, he only did it once, and now he has 2 for 2 for coming in and playing better than Bryce. And in a circumstance where, by the way, the Raiders' defense wasn't considered a bad defense. I'm not going to say they were like a top 5 defense, but they were bad. They were not, you have Max Crosby, all this stuff. And all year we had been saying last year that this offensive line and him not having weapons and all that. This year it's proven that we have a better offensive line just based on everything you see. Yes. And it's been worse. It's just not, it's not there. And so one game didn't do it. It was just the cherry on top that just allowed me to be able to see truly that I think there's some people who can play in the NFL and there's some people who can't. And right now, I just haven't seen an NFL player in Bryce Young. And I hate saying that because He was drafted number one overall for a reason, but unfortunately, at this point in time, it looks like that reason is Nick Saban.
Well, we're going to talk about it tonight here, too. There's still rumors, even coming from Adam Schefter now, that the Panthers might look to trade Bryce in the offseason. And I have a lot of thoughts about that. But one of the things that I think none of us here on the pod and in the chat room can deny, man, that spark was instantaneous. It was absolutely instantaneous, and it felt like we really finally got to see how much Bryce was holding back not only the offense, but the entire team. And Tony, like we said on Sunday, kudos to Dave Canales for making such a ballsy decision so early in his career, early in the season, but a decision that came at a time where this fan base has some oomph. We have some bass in our voice. We're excited for next Sunday. We're not prepared to just get walked all over by the next team. There's some life in this fandom. I'm loving it, man. I think everyone should be loving it. Enjoy it while we have it. And this is an opportunity for us to really finally see who we are as a team.
The number's 252-228-5098. That's 252-228-5098. We'd like to get your thoughts on the Panthers' success in Week 3 with Andy Dalton, what this means for the season going forward. Adam Thielen and his wide receiver room now that he is on IR, and how the Bengals could be vulnerable prey right now for the Carolina Panthers. Let's jump right into the show. And really, I mean, what else is there to start talking about other than, let's not call him the Red Rock. Yeah, it's the Red Rifle. Is that if he would have thrown a dud out here, we would have called him the Red Rocket. We called him the Dog Dick, but no. Yes, that's exactly what that means. That's what that means. This is the Red Rifle. 26.
He is a dog, if I do say so myself. You know what I'm saying? So why not?
26 for 37, 319 yards, 3 passing touchdowns on the day. And not only did he have 3 passing touchdowns, but wide receivers came to life. And the Carolina Panthers were able to execute a balanced game plan to where the passing game was not preventing them from being competitive on offense. And most importantly to me is that while we've had lots of concerns about the Carolina Panthers defense, the talent up there, the Panthers offense allowed the Carolina Panthers to be in a situation where they could have success, right? And they are not talented enough to be behind all the time.
No, they're not. But if you're able to give them a lead and let them work with with some field position, it's like, dude, it does wonders.
I mean, Hecker dropped the ball inside the 5 at one point. I mean, the worst part was Eddie Pinheiro missing that where he didn't get it to that zone, and they started on the 40.
Yeah, let's run through some of the offense, and then we can kind of get into the defense. But this offensive revival is one for the history books. One, Andy Dalton finished with 319 passing yards, 26 of 37, and 3 passing touchdowns. No interceptions. He's the first quarterback in the NFL season to go over 300 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. Who would have ever predicted that as inept and as dead as this offense was, that it would be the Panthers to get the first 300-yard, 3-touchdown quarterback? That is absurd, dude. And then, Tony, you mentioned how good Chuba Hubbard looked. Finished with 114 rushing yards, his most since Week 15 of 2022, when he had 125 and a win over the Lions. Is this a revival of the Panthers' running game? And is Chuba Hubbard that bell cow running back that we've been missing in that offense? Has he been here all along?
Well, I don't know if it's I think this is like, it's really hard for any part of a football team to succeed when they're one-dimensional. And I think that this shows you that when you're able to pass the ball effectively at times, that helps the run game. And when you have the run game cooking as well, that helps the pass game. So you really, to be competitive in the NFL, you have to do everything. You can't just do one thing. You can't rely on one player.
Right.
And we've seen what that's done in the past for us when it comes to Cam being the only thing on the offense that we had, or trying to win with Cam and just the defense alone. You really got to have some balance, and I think that's what we saw this week was just a balanced game, which then allows those other players to flourish.
Yeah, I love what our man JD said. Chuba had a Christian McCaffrey type of game. I mean, we're going to talk about this offensive line a little more later. Brian Baldinger put out a clip that broke down Robert Hunt and what Damian Lewis are doing well. That factors into that run game too. But also, listen, Chuba, someone who we have faulted before for sort of having butterfingers, also added 55 receiving yards to that and finished with a total of 169 scrimmage yards, making it the best all-purpose performance of his NFL career. And listen, Chuba Hubbard was not the only Panthers player to have a career day. Receiver Deontay Johnson finished with 8 receptions for 122 receiving yards. The best day of his career. Johnson's been in the league since 2019. This is also the first 100-yard plus receiving game Johnson has had since week 12 of 2022. So you had a couple of days in time where the media was just lambasting the Carolina Panthers for how bad we were and how bad we treated Bryce. And then here comes Andy Dalton, has a day himself, but then gives two of our biggest weapons their biggest career days. I mean, how could anyone say that we would move back to Bryce Young at this point? It's absurd. There's no way possible.
Go ahead, CK.
I really couldn't even begin to tell you one reason why I think it makes sense to do it outside of Andy Dalton becoming injured.
Yeah,
and even
that is
then
the
I'd
reason.
be hesitant. That would even be, at that point in time, I'm almost be like, do we want to have him out there on the field so people can see that he's not the guy even more, right? I don't know that we're it's people. I know that there is the trade rumors. I just don't know that we're actually getting that much interest in a guy like Bryce Young right now. I mean, the fact of the matter is like when you're hearing people like that are backups to other starters in the league that are getting this, like, people are commenting on them being the potential replacement for Tua in Miami, and not Bryce Young really being that much of a focus in those conversations or those reports. It's certainly concerning. So I don't know that we're going to be on the receiving end of a good trade there.
I don't see why any team would really be tremendously interested in Bryce Young saving their season necessarily, even like the Dolphins or something. That's, he's developmental in a way because he hasn't had any success. I do think I'm with Panthers gal is like, to me, is the idea of getting a 5th or a 4th round pick
Not appealing.
is like, so I am okay with the idea is, look, maybe it's sunk cost fallacy, as somebody told me on Sunday that I'm falling into, but I mean, hold on to them, let them watch, study, learn throughout the season, walk into next season with the idea that you're probably not going to get a top pick at this, if we believe the Panthers can play like they played this past week, at some point more throughout the season. But I think what you could do is, you could continue to have a veteran bridge until you decide to draft a rookie quarterback. You could draft a rookie quarterback with a veteran and learn from this. I think what is come to be a mistake in many ways, or at least a challenge. It's just so rare that a rookie can step in and be good from the beginning. And there could be a potential world where Bryce Young, with more time, could shake off this mental funk, and because I think it's a mental funk. I mean, it's either a mental funk or it's part mental funk, and then also the challenges of playing in the big boy league when you are not yourself
Those are the things that scare me. I have no doubt that he has the yips and that he can play better than he has demonstrated. I just think all of the things that we thought weren't necessarily, no pun intended, a big deal, ended up being a much bigger deal than we thought.
Right.
I hate his throwing mechanics. The way he doesn't plant his feet when throwing the football. It doesn't really go through his progressions well. Maybe that will get better with time, but right now this is a perfect opportunity for him to sit and learn behind Andy Dalton. I wanted to go through a few more of these offensive stats and then move to the defense. So how about this? The Panthers' offense finished with 6 passes of 20-plus yards, with the longest being a 35-yarder from Andy Dalton to Johnson. Coming into the day, the offense had not completed a pass over 15 yards at all for the first 2 games of the season. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, man. The night and day difference with the exact same amount of talent. It couldn't be more different. I feel like this is an entirely different football team than the one that we saw in week 1 and 2. And I'm confident for the first time in this team to at least be a competitive football team. Really, no matter who we play against. If we're able to stretch the field like that, then sign me up, man. Now, Adam Thielen, losing him does do something to that as well. We'll talk about that. But, dude,
in some ways, it could give opportunities to players that we're interested in trying to develop this season. Particularly, I would say, were Mingo and Leggett.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, more Leggett than Mingo in many ways, but even Mingo played well in this game.
Yeah.
Or had a good play that I remember going, hey. I mean, he had an end around at one point. You know what I mean? So, is that I know that Thielen, I almost feel like Thielen would be a better safety blanket or for Bryce Young. I think maybe Dalton can maybe help to bring some of these guys along. And look, and to be honest, Deontay Johnson, look, every bit what I thought I wanted him to be in that game. He was just a fucking monster in that game.
Yeah.
Just a monster, man. Dalton's 31-yard touchdown pass to Adam Thielen was the longest passing touchdown the Panthers offense have had since week 3 of the 2023 season, when Andy Dalton hit DJ Chark for a 47-yard score.
This final one's one of my favorite sad ones.
The Panthers scored on their opening drive of the game, the first opening drive touchdown since week 17 of 2022 against Tampa Bay. Wow.
Holy
wow, man. Too long. But that's what I'm saying. Now, there's a different energy, man. I'm ready to square up on the Bengals and fight for where the Queen City actually is, here in Charlotte, baby. You already know. And then a couple ones on the defense and a little bit further into some of the things. The Panthers' defense held Devontae Adams, who, by the way, is miserable over there with the Raiders. So 40 yards on 4 receptions. It's only the 7th time since joining the Raiders in 2022 that Adams has been held to 40 or fewer receiving yards. This defensive backfield with Mike Jackson has been something of a pleasant surprise, right, boys? Mike Jackson finished with the team-leading 9 tackles. It was a career high. It was a career high in total tackles since entering the league in 2019. All 9 tackles were solo. I mean, you know, the fact that Mike Jackson was a Band-Aid on the backfield literally right before the start of the season, you have to give Dan Morgan credit for making those moves that he did right before the start of the season.
Listen carefully. Can you hear the rhythm in the markets? Not just in the syncopations triggered by inflation, but in the preludes leading to global elections, in the dissonance that moves the Nikkei, and the rising chorus conducted by AI. There's music in the markets, and if you want to learn to listen for it, we'll show you how. Learn more at Bloomberg.com.
Oh, dude, I have a take that is pretty aggressive. I don't think Dan Morgan has lost a single thing that he's done. up to this point. I think right now, if you were to give me the GM of the year, it would go to Dan Morgan so far. And I know that sounds like overreaction given the fact we've just won our first game of the season, but you cannot point me to one thing that he's done this offseason that he hasn't won. And I'll go to the Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis signings in lieu of signing Brian Burns, who was then traded to the Giants for a second-round pick that we then turned into 2 second-round picks, one of those turning into Jonathan Brooks, largely considered to be the best running back in the draft. He then decided to move forward with trading one of the draft picks that he got for Mike Jackson, who they then subsequently cut there with Seattle. And Mike Jackson's just balling like crazy right now. Listen, if you're not looking at these moves and like realizing that this is a clinic of a GM role, like I don't really know what you think is going to happen with these GM roles, because like this is a fantastic outing or first off season by Dan Morgan. In three games, it's clear that he got the dogs that he's asked for. And I said this in my tweet. I said he just needed a dog to lead him.
Yeah. I dare say you've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Yeah.
So every time we're getting Michael Jackson lyrics to help us in this, we can look at the man in the mirror and say, Bryce Young, go look at the man in the mirror.
Love it. Hey man, thanks to the Bossy Man 789 News with the 1999 C3 bomb. He says it gives some C3 memberships and common sense and right knowledge to all. Appreciate you, Bossy Man. You are indeed the man. For the last few little stats relating to the defense, hang on. There was one more I wanted to read. 3 different Panthers recorded a sack against the Raiders: Davion Clowney, Peavy, and Josie Jewell. Again, now we knew that we were sort of lacking at the edge rusher department before the season started, but do you think this defense can do enough to be competitive and keep us in the game and continue to rush the passer?
I don't know. I kind of am cautioning in my own mind. How about this? As Panther fans, be as excited you want about this. This was a Raiders-like game, where they're coming off a road win against the Ravens. They're looking like all of a sudden they might have, they got an opportunity to get a wounded team or a struggling team at home, and they blew it, But it wasn't just Gardner Minshew. In fact, I would tell Davante Adams to slow his roll a little bit. He had a fumble or some near fumbles. And I like Davante Adams a lot. So I just want to say I was very happy on Sunday. I'm not ready to all of a sudden say that the Carolina Panthers defense is going to be good. I'm not even ready to say the Carolina Panthers are going to be good. But I think what we do now have is a chance to be decent.
Yeah.
Right.
And, we'll talk about it more here in a minute, but the Cincinnati Bengals are a beautiful football team. Yes, Jaden Daniels looked incredible last night against the Bengals, but this is not a team that is kryptonite. They are not good starters early in the season.
By the way, fuck Jamar Chase. Just destroyed my fantasy team. He killed me last night. Was it you that did that?
Yeah, I had
Jamar Chase. 2 points?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. It depends on which one you're in.
No, different league. Different league for me. I lost by 2 points, and I had 151. But how did they win? They had Lamar Jackson, and they had Jamar Chase. I had Goddard. I had Charbonnet. I had some dudes that went the fuck. Oh, and they had Deontay Johnson.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it, man. Deontay Johnson, if he's in your fantasy team, you're going to be kicking some ass this season. But, Tony, let's talk about the news that broke today. We sort of saw that Adam Thielen was holding that hamstring injury after that touchdown that he caught does indeed have a hamstring injury, but Dillon is expected to be back sooner rather than later. So he suffered a hamstring injury while hauling in his 31-yard touchdown reception. The team also plays safety Jordan Fuller on injured reserve. To fill some of these roster spots, the team has signed 3 players from the practice squad: Jalen Coker and safeties Damani Richardson and Russ Yeast.
Yeast.
That's what I thought that was.
Smells funky. Does this smell funky?
Yeah. Jalen Coker has been the player that everyone has been excited to see. Tony, he was an undrafted free agent, a ton of high-end speed. Panther fans are excited about this. And now that you have a deep threat in Andy Dalton to be able to push the ball downfield, some people are excited that this might be a show-out game for Jalen Coker.
Oh, come on. I can't. I mean, it better be for Leggett. That's what I want to see. I want to see some Leggett getting the business. That's what I want to see. I wonder, it doesn't say what Fuller's injury was. It just says injured reserve. They're 4-week players. Fuller started 3 games. Doesn't say that who the injury was. And Xavier Woods, I guess, is back and healthy. We hope. Is struggling with a little.
Did you want to hear this clip of Steve Smith talking about Jalen Coker?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Just to kind of encapsulate why people are excited about what he might be able to do with Dalton throwing him the ball.
Jalen Coker, Holy Cross, 6'1", 218 pounds. The way he runs routes, really, really good. Because he lines up all over the place. You ready, my comp? Tim Duncan. Watch out. Catch. Dunk. No wasted movement.
Why is he pausing?
Quarterback hung him out to dry. He knows, but he still goes up with authority. Look at the route, though. Corner knows he's in trouble. Look at the corner. Hey, I'm open. There's a few routes, and this is one of the routes where I'm like, he can play. Gives him a step. Yes. You don't see routes like that. Watch how he catches the ball with his hand. Outside releases, crosses him over.
Man, I mean, this is filler, Steve Smith.
Hey, Tony, what if you have the next Puka Nakua?
Okay. I mean, he also said Mango was good.
Yeah, but maybe he is.
Maybe
we just haven't seen a good enough quarterback throwing him the football. But again, this is a fan favorite. I know he hasn't proven anything yet, but a lot of fans think that he has a ton of potential and he's been called up. A lot of people want him to get some time. I don't know if he will, but now that Adam Thielen has gone down, what type of effect do you think this has on our offense, not having him available in our arsenal?
I don't know. I'm trying not to. I hope that it's not too much, even though he had a solid game. I mean, I think he's just been a volume guy for the Panthers so much, and I really hope that some of the younger guys are going to be able to step in, particularly as long as Deontay Johnson continues to thrill, going forward. I do want to remind people that there are millions of people across 33 states who got in the game last year making picks on Underdog Fantasy. You can get in the game with Underdog Fantasy and pick maybe Andy Dalton higher than 224 passing yards, lock. Revenge game, lock. Jamar Chase, higher or lower than rushing, one touchdown, either rushing or catching. T. Higgins, Deontay Johnson out there, 60 receiving yards, higher or lower. You can go to Underdog Fantasy and use the promo code C3P, and they'll give you a free pick. They'll give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash. All right, making picks on Underdog is straightforward, and signing up is even easier. Just make sure you go to underdogfantasy.com or download the simple-to-use app. Underdog's app is just incredible. Easy to use, fantastic. Got it right here pulled up. Had it pulled up on the phone. Yeah, still got it up there. And
And you use that promo code C3P, and Underdog will give you that free pick, plus up to $100,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code C3P, to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. You must be 18 or older, or in Massachusetts and Arizona, you got to be 21 and older. Alabama's 19, Nebraska's 19, and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. And there's some other, you can find all those notes in the show description. Guys, just like you've been so supportive of the podcast, being here with us for the last 11 years, smashing the thumbs up button, subscribing, calling into the show, you can help us continue to grow and show these advertisers that you enjoy our content and trust or like our insight or endorsement tier. Underdog Fantasy is the play this year that we're making. Get in there and use that promo code C3P. Guys, we're going to get to some calls in just a minute. The number's 252-228-5098. Again, thank you for all the people that are listening, smashing the thumbs up button, subscribing. If you are on any app right here, one great thing you can do is just share the show with someone. Just say, hey, look, Panther fans are hanging out. Today I got a message. In fact, I'm going to shout them out here. Instagram, got a message on Instagram from Charlotte Hophead. Good beer drinker, it sounds like. Sent me a message today. He said, great podcast. Just started listening while at work. Sorry. He wanted to say his thoughts and prayers out to Greg and the entire C3 family. Nice to have for a new listener. Thank you for your time. Cody, what we got next?
Yeah, you want to talk about this trade, or you want to do some calls?
Well, let's do some calls first, then. Let's go ahead. I want to hear what they got to say. Don't forget the number's 252-228-5098. You call in, leave a message, we play it on the show. That's it.
That's it.
So what are your thoughts on catcalling?
Yeah, it's pretty. You shouldn't do that to somebody.
And how did that make you feel?
Very uncomfortable.
So how do you think catcalling makes the person feel?
It feels good, like.
Who's that cat sitting in the back corner with his face buried in the snow? Who's that kid that can use one?
The $5 meal deal at McDonald's means you get to pick between a McDouble or a McChicken. Then get a small fry, a small drink, and a 4-piece McNuggets. That's a lot of McDonald's for not a lot of money. Get the $5 meal deal today.
Prices and participation may vary for a limited time only.
Unmute.
Greg, I have never met you in person and have never really interacted with you unless it's you replying to something I may have said when I called in. But, oh man, I cannot imagine what you or your daughters are going through. As a husband and father of two myself, I know that there is nothing that anyone can really say that is a pain. I just want you to know that my family and I are praying for you guys, for God to give you peace and comfort that only He can give in times like these. Man, you ever need to just talk, send me a message. My handle on here is Arguedas Family. You know, sometimes we just need someone to listen that doesn't really know us. But again, you know, I'm so sorry. And, you know, guys, as a Panthers fan, you know, happy for a Panthers win, but I know that there are some things bigger than a grown man's game, such as his family, and I just can't imagine, and I'm praying for you. God bless you, my man, and your family, and you guys hang in there.
There's a real community on C3, the C3 community out there, and it's not because of the guys on the panel. It's because
really we lock arms and we're all in this together, enjoying, really just enjoying the Carolina Panthers, but finding ways for that to be the centerpiece of us building friendships and discussion. And even though we disagree at times and things like that, it's